neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Nashville. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Levis from out of the pistol. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Shaheed in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
49, Mike 49.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing on second down, Levis. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Henry tries to bull his way in. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. He's got his big tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Tennessee. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Here's Lawrence. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
The motion man is Nakua. He'll try to run for it with Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as the field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's the tight end, Pcen. And he's going to have the Jaguars' first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On first down, Lawrence. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send Godwin in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
They put Wilson in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
The tight end Ertz in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Levis. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Titans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
The tight end, Pcen, is on the move. On first and 10, Lawrence. He'll get rid of it and complete it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. They run it over center with Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Titans' 13-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Lawrence now. Over the middle, that's Pcen. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. One more time, it's Harris. A second effort, and he is in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Three down. 4 down. 0 down. 49 window.
The tight end Ertz in motion. On first down, Levis. He finds the veteran Ertz. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see.
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
They go play action for Lawrence. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their second quarter.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Levis to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This one from 54 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And the Titans build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. Another run here with Harris. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down. To throw is Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
From the gun on third down, here's Ritter. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Like 54.
They go play action with Levis. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
Here we go. Short. Hey, back. Here. Back.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he will score. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Tennessee. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Shaheed in motion. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will take this down, close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter.
14.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.